Hello, friends. It's Friday. Thanks for joining us for our village gathering. It's time for your Friday weekly wrap up. We'll do one card for the collective and individual cards for those who request to see how the week went. How did it go? What did you do? What did you learn? How do you go forward? That's what we're here to look at today. My name is Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am so happy to see you. All right, let's get going. Claire C. over on Twitch, as Jelly Roll, could not get YouTube to take my super chat. Well, thank you so much for trying, and I know you'll try again. You have been a fabulous supporter over on YouTube, like since day one. So appreciate you. And we know how YouTube is, right? YouTube is a little persnickety. Okay, you can see here that I am using Crow Tarot, the one from US Games. And I need to thank at least 3 people. I see Mixuir, I see Audrey M, and I see someone else. I'm not sure who, but I'll thank you when I see you, reminding me what the collective cards were. Thank you so much. Oh, make sure you like this deck. So good. Trey Cameron, Mercury retrograde has been rough. Yeah, already. Yes, the astro weather is weathering. All right, here we go. So, the collective cards, when we began this week, the collective cards were, hang on one second here. The Tower reversed, we were glad for the reversal, the 6 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. All right, I remember. So, that makes sure it's like, plus it's eclipse season. Yes. Barbie's like, Trey, you're so right. I've had a year this week. Okay, so we started this crazy week with the Tower reversed, the 6 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. And we end it with the King of Swords reversed. And, you know, I feel like more and more what I'm hearing from people is wherever they are dealing with extremely bad leadership. Whether that's in a small business, in a corporation, in a house of worship, in a government, whatever, extremely bad leadership. So I feel like that's part of the energy that we're dealing with. But also think about how this week, Mercury did go retrograde, as we're discussing, and the King of Swords reversed can be missed communication, bad communication, misunderstood communication, bad technology not working. So I think there's been a lot of this, whether it's individuals not feeling capable to communicate, whether it's people feeling stuck with bad leadership, whether it's people not knowing how to be good leadership. I feel like there's a lot of this. So Barbie's like, yep, big time. Here we are. There it is. All righty. We're going to start this over on Instagram today, I think. And what do I see on Instagram? I see Dress for Success Luzerne, which we know is the one and only Linda Loop. Here we go. Here's a card for you, my dear friend Linda. I have known Linda since like 2004. That's how long we've known each other. Yeah. Okay, Linda. The 3 of Cups reversed. So when I look at this, I specifically want to make this be about Dress for Success, and I'm not exactly sure why. Except, you know, there is something about the traditional image of women dancing and this idea that they had to get their clothes from somewhere. So I feel like this week you may have made some decisions that will impact the organization, hopefully for the best going forward. But I feel like those decisions were made because of something bigger impacting the organization. So, bottom line, this week, I think you worked a lot. And the comments from Linda, yeehaw, ouch, big luncheon next Friday. Yeah. And I just think this is a place to be putting your energy. Absolutely. And so you're putting your energy in the right place. DePonte, good to see you on Instagram. Here's a card for you. Knight of Swords reverse. So here's that Mercury retrograde message as well. Like DePonte, I think this week did not go exactly the way you wanted to. I think communication might have been difficult and things are taking longer than we want them to. So there's a frustration. Going forward, pay attention to communication. Oh, Linda, dress for success. A gas line break in front of the building. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. That would stop the ladies from dancing. Now, you told me when the Dancing with the Stars was, and I don't remember. So now you have to tell me, Linda, did it happen yet or not? Cacao Moo over on Twitch. Good to see you. Here's your card to wrap up your week, Cacao Moo. We have the Four of Wands. And of course, that was in our 3-card weekly reading for the week ahead on Monday. So Cacao Moo, I love this. It feels like you were really stable this week. It feels like you had good people around you. You had good people around you. And it also feels like you're building community and you've got community around you. So Cacao Moo, I think you did very well this week, especially in dealing with the people around you. While we're over on Twitch, Daytime Moon, good to see you. Here's your weekly wrap. The Hanged Man. So this week, Daytime Moon, I feel like you did a really good job being unbothered in situations that you can't do anything about it anyway. And just trying to place your energy and your attention where it can do some good. That's appropriate. It's good. I'm happy to see it. Quinn Kilharius, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so it's March 28th that Linda Loop will be in Luzerne County or northeastern Pennsylvania or something, Dancing with the Stars. And she's dancing to a Grateful Dead song. So I'm incredibly excited about this. All right. Anka K, I see you over on Instagram. I'm going to talk to a couple of people over on YouTube, and I'm going to get right back with you. Thanks for being here. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members-only emojis. Monday, you had the 5 of Swords reversed. And now the 6 of Wands reversed. I don't love that it's reversed and I'm turning it right side up. I'm just doing it. So I feel like there's ways that it's hard for you to know what your metric for winning is. What does success feel like? You've had some events, you've done some things, you've created some things that are obviously successful. But in each thing that you're doing right now, what does success feel like? What is success going to feel like? And I feel like that's something you're working on, how to feel your own success. All right. Mixuir, I need to thank you for the super sticker that you started us out with. Mixuir, thanks for being a member for more than a year, and thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate this. All right. And thank you for reminding me about the collective cards. Now we're going to do you and Barbie Bird. And I know Barbie Bird is here with us. Okay. Mixuir. You got the 3 of Swords. No, I'm sorry, that was Barbie. You got the 9 of Wands. Mixuir, you got the 9 of Wands on Monday. Well, at least you're consistent. And now the 10 of Wands. And I mean, I recognize we can say 9 and 10 Wands, 9 and 10 of Wands are not the most positive cards. They're hard cards, but they are hard cards that predict success. They are hard cards that tell you, if you can do this, you're going to be okay. And since you got the 9 on Monday, the 10 on Friday, I think you're just moving forward in your not easy journey, but you're doing it successfully. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's what I think. Okay. Now, Barbie Bird, I know you're here and you got the 3 of Swords reversed. I was happy to see that reversal. Okay. So Mixuir, you started with the 3 of Swords reversed and now the Knight of Swords. So I feel like Mixuir, you are really going to come out of your winter funk and you're going to do it quickly and brilliantly. And it may not be till after Mercury retrograde though, but I do feel like we see this sign. You know, it was not an easy week, but you did a great job. You got it done. You took care of what you had to take care of. And you did it well, and you did it with integrity and intelligence, Barbie. So there you go. And my good friend, Frank Kwiatkowski, liked the stream. Thank you, Frank. So good to see you. Barbie, it was a lot. Yeah. Now, what did Mixuir have to say? Super anxious all week. Felt like no one liked me. Roommate has been home, so I haven't had alone time. Yeah, gotcha. But it's not easy, but you're doing what you need to do. That's kind of the important thing. Alicia Bimani, good to see you. Thanks for being here. You are in the queue. That's the word. You are in the queue. Thanks for being here. All right. Who is up next? I'm going to hop on over to Instagram as I threatened to do earlier. We've got Anka K. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And that's Anna K, who is a member on YouTube. Okay. Anka K, Moon reversed. You'll figure it out. Like, I feel like you have so much anxiety that you won't find the secret sauce, that you won't figure it out, that you won't get the clue that you need to do what you need to do in your life. But this tells me quite clearly you will figure it out and you're on your way to doing so. What is it that you're going to figure out? All the things, Anka, all the things. And sticking over on Instagram for a moment, Amy Emberhart. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. Wrapping you up with Death reversed. And what I'm going to say, I mean, on some level, that is SSDD, if you know what I mean. But it also means the historical data that tells me if you have survived all of this, you'll survive all of this. And so what we see as we wrap up the week is that you just keep on keeping on and it will keep on. And that's all you need to do. Robin Renee, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Over on Instagram. Hola, FG Madre. I like it. Okay. Here is a card wrapping up your week. The Star. So Robin Renee, you did something, or some energy is around you this week, one way or the other, that is going to bring healing, opportunity, and the fulfillment of some of the things you've been waiting for. I don't think it happened this week or I would have heard about it, but I do think there is energy around you that you are cultivating that will bring you to what you want and need. Anka K says, oh, thank goodness, that sounds reassuring because, as you know, there's definitely an anxiety. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, going back on over to Twitch where we have, hey, what's up 11? And you've got a specific question. On Friday, we do a card to wrap up the week. I will do that card and try to interpret it in the context you've requested. Okay. So what I'm going to say, hey, what's up on Twitch, what I'm going to say from the week that was, I feel like there are changes. I feel like you're dealing with changes, either internal or external. And it's going to be important going forward that you acknowledge those changes and accept them. Now, your question is, you're wondering if the person you're thinking about would reach out to me or if you should reach out to them. I'm going to say if you want to change how this is going, I'm going to say you reach out. Go ahead and reach out. I'm not saying that's going to get you what you want, but I'm saying it's better than stewing in anxiety wondering. Joyous Ocean in Kenya. I was hoping we would hear from you while you were away. Glad you're here. All right. Who is up next? It is Claire C., who is Jelly Roll over on Twitch. So glad you're here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. You had the Ace of Wands reversed on Monday. And now the Sun. So here's the thing. You know, this could just be from having had a bunch of birthdays, as I also have had, where, you know, there's always going to be things that don't feel quite right or that need to be taken care of or that aren't quite the same as they used to be. And you started out with that Ace of Wands reverse, that low energy, but then you come back with the Sun, you come back to the Sun. And so what this tells me, Claire, is just like me. We are never going to give up. We just keep right on going. And we come back brighter and better than we were before, which is exactly what you did, my good friend, Claire C. Back over to Instagram. My goodness, Gypsy Grounded in Reality. I almost missed you. Thanks for being here. Gypsy Grounded in Reality over on Instagram. King of Wands. I think this week you spent some time thinking about men, very specifically, and what you're looking for in a man. I also think you spent some time thinking about leadership, your leadership at work, but also how you grow as a leader. And so the bottom line is, what I think you've discovered and decided is that you don't want to be less when you can be more, and you don't want to accept less when you can have more. Monotonia, good to see you. Thanks for being here. You are indeed in the queue. All right, back to YouTube we go. Melissa Grosso, my good friend. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. It was great to catch up with the last minute reading this week. Absolutely. And thanks for using members only emojis. You started with the Queen of Cups. And now the Fool reversed. And I mean, I think this week you had to make a decision that really had no good answer. And I think you made the decision of your heart, as the Queen of Cups would. I don't think you're going to have any regret to this. But I also feel like you might, in your mind, second guess. Maybe it's not that. Maybe you're second guessing something else. Maybe you're like, maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have done that. One way or the other, accept the journey, even when the journey is not to go on the journey. And do not second guess. You're fine. All right, Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years, for using members only emojis, and also for being a moderator. You had the World on Monday, and we wrap you up with the Devil reversed. Man, what a week. I have no idea what you did or experienced in this week, but World and Devil reversed in a very big overarching sense What this says to me is, like, a few years ago, you set out to make significant change in your life. This says to me that you are absolutely doing it. You are embracing what you need to embrace. You are healing from what you need to heal from. You are releasing what you need to release. It is a beautiful thing, Teresa. I hope your week itself was good enough that you can appreciate this high-level work you're doing. Or more specifically, how well it shows up in the cards. Okay. We're going to move on over real quick to YouTube Vertical for a moment. Candy B, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're going to do you and Marlon. On Monday, you had the 10 of Cups reversed, and now the Moon. So I feel like there are things that aren't really working for you and aren't really making you happy, but you're just now figuring out what they are and how to speak about them. Which, frankly, Candy, is the most important thing. We can be feeling like we're not okay, or things aren't okay, or we don't like this or that. But until we can really dig in and figure it out, it's hard. So I think that's your process, is to figure out what you're feeling. Marlon had the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and now the Hermit. So that's interesting, because the Hermit is card 9 in the major arcana. The Wheel of Fortune is card 10. I think we can say very clearly that Marlon is on a journey. And that journey is one of, I'm going to say, trying to figure himself out, which is what really needs to happen. So good work, Marlon. Smile Soul 20, my good friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for being a moderator. Knight of Wands reversed. I feel like, well, you were in Snowpocalypse. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands reversed, it was hard to get around. Like, I really feel like you may have been impacted by the weather, but maybe also by mood, maybe not feeling as motivated as usual. So do what you have to do to take care of yourself. Sylvie and Blush Pixel over on Twitch. So great to see you both. Yes, indeed. I'm happy to read for you. It's Friday, so I will pull a card to wrap up your week. And thanks so much for being here. I will be with you in just a couple. All right. Betty Flesher, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members-only emojis. I'm hoping to see you at StaarCon this October. Thanks for being here, my friend. Betty Flesher. Page of Wands. I kind of love this. You know, you are an eternal student. And this week, I think you learned some great things and communicated some great things. All right. Lumen, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Hope you're doing great. Your Monday card was the 8 of Cups reversed. And now the 5 of Wands. Lumen, are you going through it? I feel like you're going through it. I feel like there's a lot of internal conflict, a lot of trying to figure out what to hang on to, what to let go of, what works, what doesn't. I think you're in the midst of figuring things out. It is not easy, but it is necessary to the creative process. Good luck. Alicia Bimani, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. We have the 6 of Cups reversed. Alicia, this is all about healing from the past, not letting the past define who you are, but allowing yourself to find your sense of identity. That's really the guidance for this week. Do not let the past define you. And Monotonia, so good to see you. Here we go. Monotonia, this week we have the Moon for you. And I think there's a lot that you're not quite sure of right now. I think you're trying to be both intelligent and intuitive to figure things out, and you're going to need to give it more time to make that happen. But you are on a good journey of discovery. And Candy feeds back with, yes, trying really hard to figure stuff out for herself. And for Marlon, I also do feel that Marlon is on a journey with himself. Yeah, good, good, good. Okay, over on Twitch, we've got Sylvie. So great to see you. So great to see you. Sylvie, you get the Hermit. This week, I think you may have done some good internal work and some personal healing, but I also feel like there may be some loneliness. So there may be some things you need to do around connection with others. Blush Pixel over on Twitch, great to see you. We have the 10 of Swords reversed. We're glad it's reversed, but still, I think it's been a tough week. I think it's been a tough run. But I love the reversal because it is getting better, not worse. And that's what you need to know. It is getting better, not worse. All right. Sylvie says, yes, I did. Okay, I'll work on that. Teresa says, thank you so much. That was a beautiful reading. Trey Cameron, it's okay that you spaced out because you're up next. Hang on. We're going to have tea together. Trey Cameron, I want to thank you so much for being a member for more than 2 years. You had the Queen of Source, wouldn't that be much better? The Queen of Source would be so much better than the Queen of Swords. However, you, Trey, had the Queen of Swords reversed on Monday. And now you have the 9 of Wands reversed. So I feel like you're not feeling terribly patient. And I don't know if that's like not patient with yourself, not patient with others, not patient with the world. I do not know. But I would really read this as not feeling terribly patient. And what do we do about that? Like, I know that you hold yourself to a good routine and that's wonderful. But I feel like at this point, you need to break the routine and do something really fun. That's my prescription. That's my prescription. There it is, Trey. Thanks for being here. Audrey M., you are up right now. You did not miss it. I am doing you right now. So on Monday, yeah, you were the victim of the YouTube drop on Monday. I'm so sorry, Audrey. Yeah, if it's at the beginning, names on the beginning sometimes do fall off. We've found in the past couple of weeks, there have been names being omitted willy-nilly in the middle. So, you know, YouTube does what YouTube does. I'm so sorry. But I'm so happy to see you, Audrey. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years and for using members-only emojis. Here is your wrap-up card. 2 of Cups reversed. I wonder, Audrey, if there has been some disappointment in another person. A sense of, you know, I've shown up for you. Why are you not showing up for me? I also wonder, I also wonder if there is something here about seeking the right partners in terms of, you know, a tax professional, a medical professional, whatever that might be, seeking the right partners. So I think it may have been a bit of a difficult week. But the key here is to be a partner to yourself, to seek right partners, and to remember the healing power of love, which I know you know. So there it is. Trey says, I love that. Good, good. Blush Pixel, it is getting better. Excellent. Monotonia, Alicia, you are very welcome. All right. Oh, interesting, Betty. We wrapped you up last week with the Page of Cups and this week with the Page of Wands. I would say the 2 most creative pages right there. And the 2 pages who would be the best mediums and tarot readers. Just saying. Just saying. Audrey says, I'll take it. Okay. Very good. Laughing Cap, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Black, you're not the first person to get this today. 10 of Swords reversed. We like the reversal, though, Laughing Cap. We like the reversal because it means things are getting better. It means that you are learning how not to be up in your head. It means that the worst is over. So there's that. There is good news in that way. Susanna Goulder Bradford, good to see you. February has been intense. Yeah. I think a lot of people have felt that. Okay. Susanna. Page of Swords, though, you're getting through it. You're doing what you need to do. It may not be fun, but I promise you, Susanna, you got through this week with integrity, with an open mind, with intelligence, and with good communication skills, even at the beginning of Mercury retrograde. So you did well. Kay Talks. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. You're looking for some insight for hope. I understand. Actually, here it is. I don't even have to work hard. It's the Three of Wands. This has everything to do with success. What you are doing is ultimately creating your success. Right now, it's hard to see it because everything is hard right now. It's hard to see that what you're doing is actually moving you forward to where you need to be. But it's happening. So here's your hope. It is all about success. It's all about what you do now to create future success, which is literally what you're doing. And Monotonia, yep, Alex is in the queue, no problem. Renji, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. On Monday, you had the 10 of Swords reversed. All right. Or hard. This is your sign to take good care of yourself. This is your sign to neither look away from the truth nor overthink it. And this is your sign to know that there may be some things that you've tried to do every which way, but aren't really doable. Good luck. All right. Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. All right. Monday was the Ace of Wands and now the Knight of Cups. Like that, you can't get better than that. This week, you moved forward with energy, creativity, humor, and love. What else is there? You did a great job. Spirit Connections, Christine Halliwell, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year and for using members only emojis. Judgment on Monday. 9 of Swords reversed today. I'm putting that with Judgment and saying you are healing from the past, letting go of the past. It is not easy, but you are healing and things are getting better. The Medium that rocks. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Three of Swords. Kimmy, I'm wondering if this was a hard week for you. I feel like there is some heartache here. Maybe it's just what we already know about that is ongoing. Maybe it's something new. Maybe it's Snowpocalypse, because you're up there too. Snowmageddon, if you will. But one way or the other, you know, every healer is a wounded healer. We know that. But it does feel like for you right now, the healer needs some healing. Sarah F., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're going to do you and Zach. Okay. Here we go. Sarah F. The Hermit. A lot of people are getting the Hermit today. So Sarah, you get the Hermit. I think, well, I mean, were you all snowed in where you were? I mean, you're up in Canada, so maybe you're snowed in for months. I don't know. But it does feel like this week, may have been okay internally. You may have learned some things. You may have figured some things out. I think you were able to be patient. But this card does inherently speak to loneliness. So there's that piece of it as well. For Zach, the Star. I think it's cool you both got Major Arcana cards. I like that. And for Zach, I'm going to say with the Star, I think you had some healing and some things that you wanted to have happen happened. So good deal. That's a great thing. All right. Oh my goodness. There it is. Christiana Halliwell, Spirit Connections. I had to go back to the doctor and get more medication for this crazy virus that flared my asthma and triggered bronchitis. I haven't been down this long in a long time. Yeah. No, that's hard. We are all sending you a lot of healing. My goodness. Okay. DH, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. We appreciate you. A lot of people are getting the moon today. And I love how the crow is not in the cage for the moon. I think that's really fun. I feel like this week, DH, there may have been some mysteries that you had to solve. There may have been some things you didn't quite understand. But I also think that on a deeply spiritual level, you always find a way to figure it out. And either you did or you will. Over on Twitch, V365, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. V, whatever you did this week, you did it well. You did a good job. This is really telling us that whatever you're doing, you're in it to win it. And indeed, you are winning. Beautiful Gemini Star. So good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years and for using members only emojis. It's the Three of Swords, but it's reversed. The reversal makes all the difference on this card. Beautiful Gemini Star. It has been a week of healing. Not easy, but you're doing what you need to do to heal. Over on Instagram, Shabanaz, good to see you. Okay, you have a specific question. Your person is not contacting you. Okay, I will do your Friday card and try to interpret it in that context. So, looking at the week that has just passed, 10 of Swords reversed, I think you've been in a lot of anxiety and upset, maybe having to do with this. But I think this person is not reaching out because he's also in anxiety and upset. I think you're both in anxiety. I think that's what's going on here. All right, AM, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Ouch, Martha. 10 of Swords was, snowpocalypse, could just be snowpocalypse. But was it a hard week other than the snow? Or are you where it snowed? We don't even know. Who am I reading for? Who did I pull this for? I just totally spaced on who this card is for. This was for Martha. I jumped Martha ahead. Martha, you came in. You're not even in the queue. I jumped you. Did I? Or is it? No. Okay. It's for AM. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought this was for AM, but I might have said Martha because I said hi to Martha. So this is for AM, but you are in the snow. Got it. Okay. It is you, AM. That's what I thought. I just hate giving this to anybody. But okay, you are in the snow, AM. And I was thinking about Martha here, but Martha, I'm going to do another card for you. Okay, I got confused. It's all good. Don't like to throw the 10 of wands around. AM, you love the snow, but your daughter's going through stuff. Okay. So what this tells you, AM, is don't over worry. Don't over worry. And use communication to help her. And maybe that's just listening. And we are sending you and her lots of love. Now, Martha, maybe the reason that I mentioned your name in the 10 of swords, even though I didn't mean to, you had to take mom to the ER. Oh my goodness. So we're going to send healing to you and your mom, but I'm going to do your card in a minute. AM, that was your card. I just mentioned Martha because she came in the room and I saw her. And AM, Martha is MA. Yeah, just my brain. So AM, that was for you. Martha, I inadvertently sent it to you. Here we go. But Martha, I'll do another card for you. All right, we're focusing now. Donna, good to see you. Donna DiStefano, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Card for the wrap-up, absolutely. Wheel of Fortune. Donna, I think good things are coming. I think you saw some good things this week. It is appropriate to be optimistic and look to the positive. I think you're seeing some signs that things are going in that direction anyway. Lean into it. Nalini Kalu, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years and for using members-only emojis. Nalini, the devil. We love this for you. Just kidding. I know it wasn't snowpocalypse for you, although you might have been a little cold where you are in the panhandle. But the devil. And honestly, I'm feeling like this is the ongoing battle that you are identifying. I don't see this as a bad thing. I see you identifying really what it is that you attach to that makes it hard to move forward. And so maybe you're identifying your devil. And very often when we identify the devil goes away. Let me know what you think. Vaishali, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Monday was the Queen of Cups. And now the Four of Swords. There is something here about rest, about retreat. But Vaishali, I think retreat may be sort of your primary thing. And I think for you, the question is how to come out of retreat. And I think that's something you're working on. Christina R., so great to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Christina R., glad you're here. We've got Karen, Kim, and you. Karen's your mom, Kim's your sister. Here we go. Monday was the Knight of Wands reversed for you, but now the Knight of Swords upright. Did something click this week that made it go better? Because I feel like in ways it's going better. Or maybe there's some ways it's going better and some ways it's not. But we're happy to see this. Okay, Karen, the King of Cups, and now the Ace of Wands. So Karen, those two cards together, it really does feel like improvement and it feels like a good thing. And the Knight of Pentacles for Kim. And now the Five of Pentacles reversed, which is my favorite way to see this card because it suggests new opportunity. So I feel like that's exactly what you're looking for, Kim, is new opportunities. It's perfect. All right. Joanne Ellis, it's good to see you. You are in the queue. Queen Kilharius, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. The 10 of Swords. Oh! And it's reversed. I'm glad it's reversed. But Renata, Quinn Kilharius, what the heck? I feel like there's something that has been in your mind, something that has been really bothersome. In the reversal, it feels like it's either going in the past or you're getting a handle on it. There is improvement, but be careful not to overthink and be careful to look for the bright side. All right. Divyan Shamishra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. The Tower reversed. We're glad for the reversal. This week may have been a little hard, but I'm going to say maybe not as bad as you thought it was going to be. And maybe it's already getting better. So, getting better. That's the point. Here we go. Theranaya, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Theranaya, the Three of Swords reversed. It is all about healing. This week is about healing, whether for yourself or for others. The energy around you and within you is a healing energy. Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for using members only emojis, for being a member for more than 2, and for reaching out from Kenya. My goodness. Okay, so for you, Joyous Ocean, wrapping up with the Devil reversed, you managed to get out of Snowpocalypse and off to Kenya, which is exactly what you needed to do. Let the adventure begin. For Joyous Ocean, no, I'm sorry, for Joyous Ocean's request for Jada, the Nine of Cups reversed. Things have not been going the way you want them to, but I think this is a case where you got to work with what you got, and you got to think about what you want, not for tomorrow, not for next month, but for a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. What do you need to do to create your life for the future? Sonia had asked for Alex to be added to the queue, and here we are. For Alex, we have the Three of Cups reversed. This week, there's been something that's really not making you happy. Maybe you need to be on your own. Maybe you need to reach out to friends, but one way or the other, you need to rekindle your joy and find your happiness. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members only emojis. Good to see you. You started the week with the Knight of Wands and now Strength reversed. Be careful that that fire energy does not turn into anger, or am I too late? There could have been some frustration this week. There could have been some anger this week. One way or the other, though, you just want to take your inner fire and direct it towards your motivation, your creativity, and your spirituality, and your good sense of humor. Right. Queen of Swords, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. The Knight of Swords reversed. This week, you may have been a bit stuck. I don't know. Were you in the snow? Might have been. One way or the other. You might have felt stuck. Communication might not have been good. This could be related to snow. It could be related to Mercury. It could just be something going on in your life. But one way or the other, it feels a little stuck. So do what you got to do to get the energy moving again. TJ and GA, so good to see you. A card for you and your daughter, of course. TJ and GA. Again, with this. TJ, Knight of Swords reverse. Sorry. I feel like communication may not have been great this week, and there may have been things that are not moving as quickly as you would like, so there could be some frustration. And for your daughter, TJ, the Page of Cups reversed. I think there's some things going on for you that you're not talking to anybody about. Be willing to have a conversation. It doesn't have to be with a specific person, but with someone. Be willing to talk about what you're feeling. Hey, Group Tarot, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Shirley Meador, great to see you. Thanks for being here. We are stalked by this card, people. I'm so sorry. 10 of Swords. This week, you may have been up in your head. You may have had a lot to focus on, and it may have made you feel crazy. This week, there may have been some difficult communication. One way or the other, let's put the past in the past and open up to some better energy. Christina, thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. I almost forgot again. I hope this makes the cutoff. It did. It's great to see you. Your Monday was the 10 of Cups reversed. Okay, this is Christina, who's been a member for 4 years. Started with the 10 of Cups reversed, but now the 10 of Wands. And I think you're recognizing that your personal landscape, internal and external, can be what you create it to be. So I think you're thinking about, what do you want? How do you make it happen? What are your plans? And I think that's going to really serve you and move you forward. All right. Here we go. Okay, Martha Vink, now I'm really going to read for you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Sorry to throw that 10 of Swords at you, but Mom in the ER, I understand. Glad she's doing okay. Okay. Here we go, Martha Vink. Star reversed. Yeah, that's much better. Martha, I feel like you did a good job this week dealing with all the things you had to deal with, even if you didn't want to. So well done dealing with stuff. There it is. Oh, Christina, you are more than welcome. I hope you have a wonderful weekend too. Joanne Ellis, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Joanne Ellis. 4 of Cups reversed. You did a really good job this week, staying positive, making the best of a situation, and that's the right thing to do. So well done. Ella Kolikova over on Instagram. It's the 7 of Cups reversed. You may have been dealing with some anxiety this week. You may be feeling like you don't have options in front of you that you want. You may need to think about it in a different way in order to create the opportunities that you want. And yes, Kate, Group Tarot, which is Kate Mura. Yes, it is. Crow Tarot. Oh, Smile Soul 20, I got to you earlier. I did you quite a little while ago. Trying to remember what it was. I think it was like the Knight of Wands reversed or something like that. You'll find it though if you scroll back. It's good to see you. Okay. Angela, welcome. I'm new here. Yep, you are in the queue. Thanks for being here. Naturel, good to see you over on Twitch. Let me know if you'd like a card to wrap up your week. Ashley, it's great to see you on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Ashley, we have the Ace of Wands. Ashley, this week you did a good job being inspired, maybe starting a new project, maybe rediscovering your energy, maybe finding new motivation. But one way or the other, it's a new journey and it's positive. Okay. Group Tarot, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Wrapping you up with the Moon. This card has been coming up a lot for us. And it's such an interesting card because half the people are afraid of it and half the people really embrace it. I think for you this week, Kate, you solved some mysteries. You figured some things out. And of course you used your intellect to do it. So very well done. Very well done. Oh, good. Smile Soul 20. You did get your card. Very good. Very good. All right. Naturel over on Twitch. So you have a specific question. You know what I'm going to do? I'll do the card to wrap up the week and see if I can also answer your question with it. It's the Moon. So, Naturel, I feel like this week has been weird and confusing for you. And there's no way to know if he will contact you because he's also weird and confused. Seriously, I think you may both be feeling confused about the situation. Surinder, good to see you. You have a specific question. So I will, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to interpret it according to the weekly card, and then we'll see. So, Surinder, Devil Reversed. I feel like you did a good job this week to let go of some things that were not serving you, and that opens the way for something new. And that's a beautiful thing for you. So when you say what's coming for me in love, I think you've just cleaned out the past to be able to open up for something new. And that's good. Angela Marcellus, glad you're here. Thanks for being here. This wraps up your week. The Page of Cups. This is good. Angela, this week, I think you had an open mind and an open heart. I think you communicated kindly, and I think you were able to share love with others and be kind to others. So well done. All right. My question now is, who's next? I think maybe we have come to last call. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that if you've made a request and have not gotten your card, it's either because I didn't see it for one reason. Well, it is because I didn't see it for one reason or another. So please let me know. If you're here and have not made your request, please let me know. All right. So I will be back at the library tomorrow. If you happen to be anywhere near next West Palm Beach, I'll be at Mandel Public Library tomorrow for a 1-hour free tarot class, 1 p.m. Join us. Shirley Meador, I absolutely did you. Yes, it's there. If you scroll back, you will find it. And it's good to see you. Astro Ascension, great to see you. And also, we've got a couple of requests here. So, first of all, I will be at the library tomorrow. Join me there if you can. But also, if I'm at the library, I'm not here. So, no Saturday Psychic Sampler tomorrow. All right. Going over to Instagram for Jocelyn Tarot, the King of Swords. This week, you were a strong leader. You did a good job teaching, speaking truth, being in your integrity. Very well done. Very well done. Oh, and over on Insta, Anna Tassel, or it's Anna Tasselli Kocher. I think I said that right. Good to see you. No, I did not do you, but I'm doing you now. Queen of Cups. What a good job you did this week, nurturing the things that really matter to your heart, recognizing that your happiness matters and contributing to the happiness of others. Very well done. Angela, you are very welcome. Over on Instagram still, we've got Lakinsky. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. 3 of Cups, upright. I think you did well this week. Maybe you had some fun. Maybe you spent some time with friends. Maybe you were creative in some way. But one way or the other, I think it was a fun, good week. Astro Ascension over on YouTube. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Are you feeling better? You got the Hanged Man, and I know that you've been suffering with sort of an ongoing unwellness. But I think you were live streaming, so I think your voice is better. But I think you've done a great job this week just recognizing what works, what doesn't work. Where to put your energy, where not to put your energy. And that is very helpful. That is very helpful. That is very good. All right. My friends, I appreciate all of you. We are back to last call. Okay, so library tomorrow. No Saturday Psychic Sampler tomorrow. If you're a member of my YouTube channel, the Taroscopes are up. Taroscopes will be up for everyone else coming up soon. Oh my goodness, Bex Tarot. So good to see you over on Instagram. Bex, would you like a card? I'm not even going to wait. I'm just going to do it. I give thee a card. Okay, Bex Tarot. And Bex, email me. Email me. Good to see you. We are hoping to see Bex at StaarCon. Okay, Bex, wrapping up your week with the Hermit reverse. Seems like this week everyone wanted to see you. I just feel like you've been really social, having to deal with a lot of people, either for work, or pleasure, because I know you have two works. But one way or the other, I feel like you've been making the connections and the networking and working with the people the way that you need to, Bex. And that is the right thing. It is a good thing. This week kicked your arse. I understand. I'll look forward to hearing from you. You know what I want. I want a headshot. I want a bio. You know what I want. All right. Oh my gosh. So AM is saying Bex Tarot on Blog Talk Radio a long time ago. That's wild. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Jackie, I did my best and I did let my anger get too out of control. I'll monitor myself. It's hard. And welcome to Mercury retrograde, where it's even harder. Oh, this Scorpio Leo rising, like I need to put tape over my mouth for most of Mercury retrograde, I'm afraid. All right. Oh, and it is 217 days till StaarCon, my friends. It is time to book your hotel room. It is time to get your ticket. If you're a presenter, it's time to get your info to me. Let's get this going. Seriously, get your StaarCon ticket. If you don't know about StaarCon, there is a link right in the description to learn about it. We want to see you there. StaarCon is October 2, 3, and 4 in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. It's going to be a blast. Cannot wait for it and cannot wait to see you there. My friends, I do appreciate all of you, and I really want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of our community. Thanks to those helping out with Super Chats, Super Stickers, members, moderators, subscribers, followers. I appreciate all of you. Take really good care. Have a good weekend. I'll try to be back on Sunday. Take care.